Hey everybody, welcome back to the final episode of the 80s Twilight Zone. Will it be a good one? Will it be a bad one? The final episode of the original Twilight Zone was a bad one. It was an okay one. You know, it had that odd repeating stuff. And a witch that stole children away to her gingerbread house. You remember it. But, father and son game, what could it mean? What could it mean? I guess we'll find out. I've enjoyed the 80s series. I love the music. The intro. There's been some real clunkers in this. I think the quality of the original Twilight Zone was quite even, I would say. There's some high points, but it was a steady ship, you know? The 80s Twilight Zone has had some wild swings from week to week, I found. You're never not quite sure what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates, but they've amped it up a bit. They've added more risk. You know? I don't know what that means. You know? Be careful what you eat. Anyway, enough of me rambling. Let's get to the final episode of the show. Oh. Well, I can get on board for some exercise.
Good morning. You ready to take your test?
Is he recovering?
Help you. Huh?
Some sort of physiotherapy?
Step up on the treadmill, please. First foot. Good.
Don't patronize me.
Now, we're going to start out very slowly. And start. Good. That's not so hard, is it?
Not yet.
Very
Not
good.
yet.
How about a little faster?
Oh, stop.
Good work.
How fast do you want him to go?
Don't be deceived by the youthful appearance of our subject, Darius Stevens. He abused his body for 79 years.
70.
Now he's walking on his own bought and paid for 2 feet.
79.
This is sick. The man is 79 years old, for God's sake.
Yeah, but look at
No
him.
reason why he can't live for another 79.
Did he get a new body?
Artificial brain? You've turned him into a robot. What does that prove?
No. He's not a robot by any means. He's human.
Back in the 80s and early 90s, this would have been impossible. But now, with ultra-miniaturization, the sky's the limit.
What year
Well, it
is
seems
it?
to me the limit is good sense, and you've overstepped it by a long shot.
Michael, please.
No, I mean it. It's outrageous. Go on, admit it, Wilson. You've never done this operation before on a human. I mean, what might work for a monkey won't necessarily work on a man.
Many monkeys.
Even my father.
Oh, it's his
Your
father.
father was the first human to receive a total brain implant. However, if things go as expected, he'll be ready to lead a normal life within days.
Normal?
Great. You should see him on the treadmill.
Essentially, this is Darius Stevens. We reduced all the memories, all the powers of reason, even the feelings that comprise what we knew as Darius Stevens
Are these
into
discs?
this micro disc.
No, nice.
He thinks, therefore he is.
Oh, how
Descartes.
philosophical of you, Doctor. As I understand it, my father is just about now 60% machine by weight. Does that sound very human to you?
Nah, who cares?
Maybe I'm asking the wrong person.
What's your deep beef?
For a mechanic.
You want your dad dead?
I don't think we need to discuss this any further.
Thank you for everything, Doctor.
We're not out of the woods yet, Anita. Darius was a very active man.
Wait, who is she?
Your job to see he doesn't overdo it.
I will.
Is that his wife?
So when is the Tin Man getting back from physical therapy?
I've had just about enough of your cynical attitude. Sounds to me like you'd rather have him dead.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's what I said.
It wouldn't have anything to do with you wanting to take over his company.
The inheritance, eh?
The man is brain dead, and at the very least, he is not competent enough to manage his own affairs.
The man is your father.
No, he was my father.
As long as I am in control of his medical care, I don't want you or anyone else interfering.
Let me tell you something, Anita. He was my father for 50 years. He was your husband for 6.
No.
Tell me whether I can interfere or not.
That explains it.
The man is dead. I accept it. Why can't you?
I look pretty good for a dead man, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, but I'm not really following the We put a disc in his brain and then we mapped all these connections and now we got all the... I don't know. Is he he's got a robot brain right now? He's acting pretty human. He's just a bit bandaged and he can run he's like the $6 million man. He can run faster than the speeding turtle.
Michael.
You look wonderful, darling.
Thank you. I feel terrific. What are you staring at? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Oh, Michael has his opinions as to whether or not you're actually here.
Yeah.
Maybe you're expecting the Frankenstein monster.
Tin Man.
Hey, come on now. Don't ever forget I'm still your father,
You're the
right?
same age.
You're my son.
Well, I've got to be going. Stevens Incorporated can't run itself.
Don't worry, Michael. I'll be back tomorrow.
He's bitter about the inheritance. The fact that he'll never get any. The future looks cool. What is this,
Call
the
New Orleans
90s?
about that Jensen order. Don't forget to tell Harris about the sales meeting in Phoenix.
Oh, look at this.
And have Stein drop some projections on the Western region. I want them on my desk by the end of the day. You got that?
This desk?
Sir,
Susie, would you come in here, please?
I hope you took your vitamins. You're going to need them just to keep up.
He's work.
Okay, Susie, there's a couple of things I want you to do for me today.
Knock, knock.
Anita.
Hey, Anita.
Or we'll talk after lunch, okay?
Sorry, I didn't realize you were so busy.
No problem. Just give me a second.
Oh, now you've got to learn to slow down, darling. Dr. Wilson said you should ease into it.
Yeah, Dr. Wilson. Well, this is business, and if you snooze, you lose. Where would you like to have lunch?
Well,
Excuse me. I hope I'm interrupting.
Uh-oh.
Michael. Larry. Nice to see you.
What's this about,
You
Larry?
know my wife, Anita? So what can I do for you gentlemen today?
I'm here to enact the company's succession plan.
What do you
What are
mean?
you talking about? You can't do that unless I'm dead or sick. Now, do I look sick to you, son?
See, that computer looks fine, but it's neither alive or dead. It's a machine like you.
But he's got personality.
Like hell you are. I'm more alive than I ever was. Is that why you're here, Larry? Would you smell a little blood in the water?
Yeah,
Insulting
Larry.
my attorney won't do you any good. He's here for a purpose.
Papers?
Are you Darius Stevens?
Now, that's kind of a ridiculous question, even from you, Larry.
What's this?
Hey, what's this?
It's a summons to appear in court.
You left me no choice.
Can you summon a computer?
I'm trying to prove, Michael.
But Darius Stevens is dead.
Well then, how can he be summoned? You may as well just give it to the computer over there.
This is all new territory for the law, Darius.
There must have been cases before this.
Hey, Darius. You got a cool desk set up. I'll give you that. You got a cool desk, you got you got the two things that you can go over and do beep beep beep. You got your main desk and you got a chair and everything. The rest of the room is awful there. Like, what are you doing? It's like you're in an abandoned building right now. Did you set up your office in an abandoned building? Can't even see the view out there properly. You know? Is it because you just put a picture up back there and you're not actually in a high-rise building? I get that. Cost cutting. But you could have decorated this place. You know? Like, what are we doing here in the future? A plant. Put a plant somewhere. I could have decorated this better and give me 3 hours. And I'll make you a nice set. No wonder your son thinks you're a robot. You don't care about the plants anymore. Interesting episode. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting something a lot more dull.
The rights of patients who've been kept alive on machines have been established, but there has never been a test case involving a human being who is more than 50% machine.
Well, what does having a few artificial organs and joints have to do with it? I don't understand.
Nobody begrudges you an artificial heart or liver or kidneys.
Look at that column in the background.
What's at issue is your brain, and that's a very gray area. Pardon the pun.
That is ridiculous. You wouldn't say that someone with an artificial leg wasn't human.
Yeah.
But your leg doesn't do your thinking for you. As far as the law is concerned, when your brain is dead, you're dead.
But I am not dead.
Look at him.
And with this brain, I can do the work of 3 men.
Being superhuman may in fact work against you.
But I'm everything I ever was, only better.
Yeah.
Everything I felt and thought with my biological brain, I still think and feel. And what makes me most human, what makes any of us human at all, is that is that drive to live.
Yeah.
And I have it. I have it inside.
Can you prove it to a court?
Obviously. But what we're talking about is a power grab. And you are up against your son.
What can we do?
And he has a lot of cards in his hands.
This is my company. I fought to make it what it is, and I'm going to keep it. Keep it.
Uh-oh.
I'll do what I can. Just relax.
Just relax. My own son is contending that I'm dead.
Oh, he's glitching.
We know better, don't we?
Why isn't the other guy picking him up on it?
Well, I'm not going to sit on my hands, Dave. I'm going to do a search for any legal precedent.
You did it again.
That is vaguely related to this. I can do it faster than your staff.
Dude, he's repeating words. He's just under stress, that's all. His disc is skipping. He needs a recharge.
Come on. I can do this 10 times as fast.
I am processing the data within normal specifications.
Well, increase your specifications.
It's just a stutter.
What did I do with that readout?
That's all.
I can't believe it.
He's got some brain damage.
Hi.
Don't hi me. The doctor said you should take it easy.
Well, in addition to my legal problems, I have a business to run. I wouldn't be much good to you if I was broke.
Well, you won't be much good to me if you're dead either.
She noticed it.
Honey, I'm really up against it now.
I can't believe Michael would do this.
Well, we have to believe it. I'm going to need your help and understanding. I'll be pulling some long hours to get ready for this.
Are you okay, darling?
He's skipping.
Yes,
he's
I'm
skipping.
all right. Why?
Like a record.
It's the way you're talking. You're repeating words.
I'm probably just tired.
We have enough money to live on. Why don't we just turn our backs and walk away?
We could retire. We could go to...
I can't do it.
Rio.
It's the principle.
Well, you can count on me to help you in any way I can.
Could you plug him in?
Oh, God, what a day.
I've seen so little of my family in the last couple of weeks, my wife thinks I have a woman on the side.
Darling,
do you?
Can I fix you anything?
You haven't been in here much.
No. I was hoping we could go over the Supreme Court opinions.
Give me a break. We're doing fine.
Where do we go from here?
Day after tomorrow, we'll present our concluding arguments, and it's out of our hands. But tonight, I'm going to go home and get some rest. I think you ought to, too. You sound exhausted.
You didn't even say goodbye to Dave.
I'm going over these opinions. I'm a little bit preoccupied right now. Why don't you go home?
Darius Stevens, don't you dare try to dismiss me like that.
Have a heart, Tin Man.
I'll read these.
She's nice. I can see why he married her.
I'm glad you're not doing research for the other side.
It's nice. There's some nice lighting they've got here. Can you stand? Time to get on that treadmill again. He's gonna collapse, this guy. In a pool of parts.
Darling, it's time to go home and go to bed.
Are you okay?
Clearly not.
I guess I'm just tired.
Bad sector.
Valid file name.
Oh.
I think you better call the doc. Call the doc.
He can't access. He's corrupted.
Invalid error. Retry.
No. What's the prognosis, Doc? Does he need some silica?
Just came to see for myself.
Here to jab the knife in?
My, how the mighty have fallen.
I hope you're happy, Michael. You did this. You and your power-grabbing attorneys.
Don't take it so personally.
To you, this is just business. But you're going to have to live the rest of your life with the knowledge of what you did to your own father.
He did it all by himself.
Uh-oh. We got a code blue.
What is it? What does it mean?
I knew we should have shut his kidneys down when we first came in. Power drain is just too much.
Could we turn off the alarm?
Systolic pressure.
What does that mean?
Anita,
Wait outside. Wilson, I think I have a right to be here, and I'd like to...
Get out of here.
How is he, Doctor?
Anita, I'm sorry. We lost him.
What? Now what?
I want to be with him.
Of course.
Can you reboot him? Put in another disc. Did you make a backup?
So what finally killed the Superman?
His CPU shut down completely. Maybe we'll know more after the post-mortem.
Well, Doctor, I have just one more question.
This time he really is dead.
Thank you.
He's probably in the machine. He's in all the machines now. He's gone through the internet. That doesn't exist yet. Yeah, technically it does exist. Don't worry, he's probably in one of these machines. Beep booping. To be opened by my wife in the event of my death. Oh, a backup. Yo.
Anita.
Darius.
Are you alone?
Yes.
Well, obviously things didn't work out like I planned them.
No.
But I thought you were
Dead? Oh no. There's still some kick left in this old man yet. Damn Wilson and his prototype anyway. I knew a Harvard man couldn't pull it off.
Darius, it really is you.
What's the plan?
You're darn right.
We need to build you a robot body.
You're going to have to be my arms and legs now. We have a real fight ahead of us, Anita.
But are you really alive?
Well, that's what we're going to have to prove, isn't it? Now, first, I want you to fill me in on everything that's happened the last few days. Then I want you to go down to the Hall of Records and bring all that information to Dave so he can compare that data with the data recorded at the hospital. Then you'll have to bring Wilson into it because he signed my death certificate.
Darius Stevens.
Oh, it's over.
The product of a new generation of medical miracles.
I was getting into it.
Began with false teeth and reached near godhood in plastic surgery and mechanical hearts. As we continue to second guess and improve upon nature, we are reminded that there is more to being alive than mere flesh and blood in the Twilight Zone.
Helping the next man this happens to.
His son was a real piece of work, though. You know that his son is going to become a robot man. Well, it's his time to pass on. And he'll have an even better body at that stage. They'll have the kinks worked out. He just wants power. Hey, I like that episode as an ending. Oh, well, I like it just out on its own. Because I want to see more. I was just getting into it. I was like, oh, he's back. He's in the computer now. And he's giving her instructions. What's she going to do? Where's she going to go? What's the plan? Are we going to build him a new body? You know, he's got to stay out in this computer in the office for a while. But once we build him the new artificial body, we can stick him right in. And he can start walking around again. You know, once all the kinks are worked out. I presume that's part of his plan. What's he going to do about his stinking son? I want to see more. I was getting into it, and it was just over. That's a problem with specifically season 3. In other seasons, they would have longer episodes, and they'd have shorter episodes. But if they had an idea that could go a bit more, they used the time to flesh it out. Although sometimes they fleshed out episodes that didn't need to be. That didn't need the extra runtime. This one I feel, I think this could be a series, you know? Somehow. You know, probably a really bad series, but I'm fascinated. You know, keep him secret. He's a secret man in a machine working against the company. You know, he wants his company back. It was taken from him. I just like the whole episode. His stupid office, partially furnished, somewhat futuristic, somewhat abandoned. Just some abandoned room they found. Cool desk setup. You know, elements of the future, elements of the past. A man out of time. He got a brain transplant, but what about his face? You know? I don't know. You tell me. She was very supportive, his wife. And she was all on board at the end as well. She's like, sure, I'll go to City Hall. Yeah, no problem. So, although they've only been together for 6 years and you might think she was a gold digger or whatever, no, absolutely not. In fact, she wanted him to stay alive. She was rejoicing at the fact that he was back. Hey, maybe she wasn't in the will. She will be now, though. But no, that won't count. We'd have to counteract. You know, if we get him a new body, we would have to get them to say he was alive again and then undo everything that happened in his will the first time he died. It will be a very complex legal problem. And his son would probably die from the stress of it all. But from the son's perspective, let's see if we can see his point of view. He expected that people would live normal lives like they always have, and he thought always would. And that one day, you know, he's worked his ass off for 30 years, and he thought one day this will all be mine. All of a sudden, his pops is now a robot man who's going to outlive him. So one day it won't be his. And he feels his life's work is just, you know, he'll never have his moment to shine as number one. He'll always be in his father's shadow. And now a robot that he doesn't even know is his father. I like the little subtle glitching, although it wasn't that subtle. Mental note, make it a little more subtle, you know, because we noticed it straight away. The characters, it took the characters a while to even notice it. His lawyer friend didn't notice it at all, but his wife did pretty quickly. Yeah. I don't know how I do it. If we were going to turn it into a TV show, you know, and he was starting to glitch, you do small little things. You'd mix up his left and right. You know, it's little slips that are barely detectable, you know? At first. And then they become more pronounced. Like he's got a stutter. He did a good job at that as well. Because you have to repeat the words, but you also have to act the words as well. You have to act as if you're not doing it. There's a lot to think about when you're doing it. Or maybe he wasn't thinking at all. Maybe he was just ad-libbing the whole thing. Either way, I liked it. So yeah. As a place to end the Twilight Zone, it ends on a positive note for me. I like future sci-fi stuff. So I give it a thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Where we go from here is a mystery even to me. We might venture into other shows of this type. I won't name any, because if I start naming ones, there'll be a clamour, and we don't want that. So what we get is what we get. Thank you for joining me. If you're watching this on YouTube, I just posted Acts of Terror this week. I'm posting that today. So you're 19 episodes back. So you're about 19 weeks behind. Yeah, about 18 weeks behind. So whatever choices have been made already. Right. Thanks for joining me for the 80s run of the Twilight Zone. It's been a blast. I will see you with something else at some other point. Have a great day. Do your research on the robot body stuff. No, you don't need the robot body. The robot brain stuff. You know? Maybe it's just a copy of you. Maybe the real you just dies and a copy of you lives on. Could you live with that? Do you hate your children? Do you hate the people who you've put in your will? Maybe become a robot man. Or woman. You know? Yeah. I'll see you next time.